We call the March 9th, 2020 meeting of the Mexico City Council to order.
Miller?
Yes.
Nichols?
Yes.
Briggs?
Yes.
Sugar?
Yes.
Williams?
May I have a motion to approval of the February 24th, 2020 work and regular session
So moved.
minutes?
Miller?
Yes.
Nichols? Briggs?
Yes.
Sugar?
Yes. Okay, on to order of business resolutions. First is bill number 2020-10, a resolution authorizing the city manager to sign a hangar lease with Bob Boys. Reading by title only and passage. Mr. Slagle?
Yes, Your Honor, we have a hangar that become vacant, and Mr. Boys would like to rent it. Cover the details. We'll turn to Russell Rudge.
Good evening. This is fairly cut and dry. We have a list at the airport. Has 8 individuals on it, I believe.
We're
Down to 5 now. And Bob was at the top of the list. He will be renting hangar number 3 that was recently vacated, and the rent will be $80 a month. Staff recommends that council proceed with reading by title only and passage of the attached resolution.
I move for first reading, or for reading of resolution bill number 2020-10.
Miller? Yes. Nichols?
Yes.
Briggs?
Yes.
Sugar?
Yes.
Bill number 2020-10, a resolution authorizing the city manager to sign a hangar release with Bob Boys. I move for passage.
Second.
Miller? Nichols?
Yes.
Briggs?
Yes.
Sugar?
Yes. Bill number 2020-11, a resolution authorizing the city manager to sign contract documents with S&A Equipment and Builders for the Falcon Street Extension Project. Mr. Slagle.
Yes, we advertised for and took bids for the Falcon Street extension, and we had a lot of interest in this particular one. To cover the details of the bid, Drew Wilbert.
Good evening, Council. On the screen before you here, we have just a quick overview of the Falcon Street extension. This was advertised on February the 5th in the Mexico Ledger. We also posted it on the city's Facebook page, website. We also keep a list of potential bidders that we send a blast email out to. And we received 10 bids back, with S&A Equipment and Builders out of Fulton, Missouri being the low bid on the project at $48,216.17. S&A has not done work with the City of Mexico in recent memory, so we did reach out to several clients of theirs. We've heard nothing bad to report, so this would cover, in essence, the street extension, the new sidewalk in blue that you see on the screen there, then also the slight piece of sidewalk curb ramp that would be on the northwest corner of Falcon and Fairground. I will note that while the low bid does come in under budget, if council recalls, we did have unexpected expenditure of $31,524 to relocate the Ameren utilities. I believe that check has already gone out, so we would be diverting funding from other projects in the CIST budget line item so that we don't exceed that budget. So staff would recommend that we proceed with reading by title only and passage of the attached resolution. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Sure is the difference between 48 and 112.
Yes, absolutely. There was a wide range, and you'll notice that on some of these, more than one of them actually. We looked into that.
2 inches of concrete.
Yeah, yeah. Believe me, we'll have inspectors. I'll be out on the project, and
Be there, please.
absolutely, we'll be watching that. I specifically called them and asked about that exact item. Went through line by line what to expect, and everything seems okay. So we're recommending moving forward with it, but sure does seem odd.
Did we get some funding from TLA?
Correct, we did.
For the sidewalks?
Yep, for the sidewalk on their portion of the property. In essence, I'm estimating that to not exceed $3,000. So what we've developed with the, I should say, what the agreement is with the developer is they'll pay for $3,000 of that.
Yeah, there's a sidewalk on the other side of Fairground where the little ramps at.
Yeah, going north-south.
Okay.
Yeah.
That will be made handicap accessible so they can cross over
Right.
to the other side. Right.
Absolutely. That's a requirement of all of our projects at street intersections.
I make a motion, I read bill number 2020-11.
Second.
Miller, Nichols,
Yes.
Briggs,
Yes.
Shivers,
Yes.
Bill number 2011, a resolution authorizing the city manager to sign a contract document to S&A Equipment and Builders for the Falcon Street Extension Project. I move for passage of the bill number 2011.
Second.
Miller, Nichols,
Yes.
Briggs,
Yes.
Shivers,
Yes. Okay, bill number 2020-12, a resolution authorizing the city manager to sign contract documents with Missouri Petroleum for the 2020 chip seal project. Mr. Slagle.
Yes, Your Honor. Again, this is part of our annual street project. Chip seal is something that we're doing a little different this time, so, but to cover the details and the bids, once again, Drew.
Yeah, Bruce is absolutely right. This year's annual maintenance project's quite a bit different than typical years, this being one of the cases. We took bids. We actually advertised again on February 5th. If you may note, all of these projects were advertised the same date through the same means, so I won't bore you with repeating the same details on many of these, but we did receive 2 bids for this particular project, with Missouri Petroleum being the low bid at $97,470.76. A little background on this: I've been working with several other entities, including Boone County, Columbia, the city of Fulton, several other entities in our area. They all do chip seal work, and they all use Missouri Petroleum as their contractor. So this is something that many other communities are using, and they're moving towards a lot of these treatments because these are coming in at prices in the realm of $2.70 per square yard, whereas an overlay may cost upwards of $8 per square yard. And so we're able to extend the life of the pavement by applying what a chip seal actually is, and I'll explain just really quickly here, is we're applying a coat of, in essence, an asphalt coat, a little bit of material on top. That would be the chip part, and then that will seal the road itself, keep any water out of it, and we're expecting a life between 7 and 10 years on this. So it seems to be working pretty well. We're using Iron Mountain Trap Rock, which is a higher grade material, and so at this point, we would recommend proceeding with reading by title only and passage of the attached resolution for awarding this to Missouri Petroleum.
I move for reading it.
You don't by any chance remember the last time Woodlawn was done, do you?
The last time Woodlawn was done? I don't remember that off the top of my head. I could look it up and get back with you on that. One of the things I did fail to mention, our street division, I got to give them credit here, they've been patching a lot in this area, and if you've driven by, you may have noticed many of those patches. So our intent is, because they've patched it, roads are in good condition, better condition now, try and keep them in good condition.
I move for reading of bill number 2020-12.
Second.
Miller,
Yes.
Nichols, Briggs,
Yes.
Shivers,
Yes.
Bill number 2020-12, a resolution authorizing the city manager to sign contract documents with Missouri Petroleum for the 2020 chip and seal project. I move for passage of bill 2020-12.
Second.
Miller,
Yes.
Nichols,
Yes.
Briggs,
Yes.
Shivers,
Yes. Bill number 2020-13, a resolution authorizing the city manager to sign contract documents with Parking Lot Maintenance, PLM, for the 2020 crack and joint seal project. Mr. Slate.
Yes, Sean. This is, again, part of our annual street projects, and this is for some joint sealing work and to cover the bids. Once again, Drew.
And this is another case of changing things up for our annual maintenance program. As far as I'm aware, we haven't contracted out specifically just crack sealing in recent memory. And you'll notice on the screen before you here is the area that is being proposed for this project. Everything in that area with all the add alternates is being proposed. When we took bids, we received a total of 7. You'll notice again wide variety in costs here. And the low bid being parking lot maintenance, or PLM, PLM out of the Lake St. Louis area for $29,792.01. This all will be within the city's annual maintenance budget, and that's something that is, I failed to explain in the last part. All three of these will be out of a total of $250,000 budget, and so we're looking at doing the Birdland area. That area was sealed a little over 10 years ago, from what I understand, and you may notice there's still sealant in there, but a lot of that's no longer working, and so they're going to go in there, reseal everything, and hopefully keep that concrete, because a lot of it is concrete, in good condition. So we'd recommend proceeding with awarding it to PLM for the total of $29,792.01, and would recommend proceeding with title only and reading by title only, passage of the resolution. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer.
Again, there's a lot of difference between 29,000 and 146,000.
Yes, and the one that bid 146,000 called, and also I've talked with the one that bid 29,000, and we're confident at this point that it meets our specifications. So,
Or even 139,000.
yes, yep.
My turn. Okay. I move for reading of bill number 2020-13, resolution authorizing the city, excuse me, is that on?
Second.
Miller.
Yes.
Nichols.
Yes.
Briggs.
Yes.
Shivers.
Yes.
Bill number 2020-13, resolution authorizing the city manager to sign contract documents with parking lot maintenance, PLM, for the 2020 crack and seal project, joint project. I move for passage.
Second.
Miller.
Yes.
Nichols.
Yes.
Briggs.
Yes.
Shivers.
Yes. Okay, bill number 2020-14, resolution authorizing the city manager to sign contract documents with Flowmaster Construction for the 2020 concrete project. Mr. Slagle.
Yes, Your Honor. Again, as part of the annual street project, this is the concrete portion of the repairs, and once again, to cover the bids. Drew?
Council, we received 6 bids for this particular project. This involves concrete repair at multiple locations throughout the city, both patching and curb ramps. Going back to your point about ADA access, that will put curb ramps on North Jefferson, and then we'll have areas for our concrete streets that are patched just throughout the city. We'll notice that we did receive 6 bids. In this particular case, for a $100,000 project, the difference of about $525 separated the low bid and the second low bid. In this particular case, Flowmaster was the second low bid. The city has a purchasing policy where we provide a local contractor preference of about 5%, which in this case, $500, $525 is well within that 5%. So looking at all of the bids and the contractors, we would recommend council proceed with reading in title only, attached resolution, which would award the contract to Flowmaster Construction.
I make a motion, I read bill number 2020-14. Second.
Miller.
Yes.
Nichols.
Yes.
Briggs.
Yes.
Shivers.
Yes.
Bill number 2020-14, a resolution authorizing the city manager to sign a contract document with Flowmaster Construction for the 2020 concrete project. I move for passage of bill number 2020-14.
Second.
Miller.
Yes.
Nichols.
Yes.
Briggs.
Yes.
Shivers.
Yes. Okay, other business, claims.
Move, take the claim.
Second.
Okay.
Miller. Nichols.
Yes.
Briggs.
Yes.
Shivers.
Yes. Okay, now for council comments. Ms. Briggs.
I was going to congratulate Chris Williams on the honor he had in the paper, but he's not here tonight. But I hope his mother's okay, because she did get sick at church yesterday. So.
Kinsey, we got anywhere on the town branch problem over in the Quantico, Marine, Bougainville area?
We're going to try to replace some of the spalled areas and all in the bottom. I know you've had a concern with some of the side pieces. Frankly, until those actually deteriorate, We would prefer not to do anything with them, simply because of the difficulty in reconstructing them and pinning them to the bottom. But we do plan to fix those deteriorated areas that's in the bottom of the creek.
Is there a limit on how big the hole can get behind the concrete?
We'll try to fill those holes, but we've got to have weather when we can get in there. We don't want to leave a bunch of ruts and tear folks' yards up.
We've got one right there by, in between the fairground and Quantico. And we filled it before, and I think last time it was about 4 foot deep. And there's also one between Quantico and Marine Drive, be on the south side of the, right at the property line between the two of them.
Okay. And we try to fill those with some rock. It's the screen for the weep holes is rusted out long ago and let material suck through there. And so we try to put some larger rock in that'll lock together there.
It's definitely weeping.
I expect today it is.
I do too every time I see it. And if anybody happens to be going down Modrow at the corner of Buchanan and Modrow, and you see a couple of puppies in the road, don't stop. Because the puppies have a mother that runs loose, and I got bit this afternoon. So let the puppies go. So I got.
Tastes good or bad? What do you know? I really think.
Okay, well, only thing I have is there's a lunch with the mayor on Thursday. Kenzie will be giving a little update. Some people have been asking about sewers and stuff. And that's about it. Thank you for all who went out to the Pioneer Awards banquet. It's our 4th annual and it was a success, so appreciate that. All right. Mr. Slagle.
Kenzie Russell has a presentation for you. He was at a Concrete Paving Association meeting, and the city received an award, and I'll let him announce it.
The Holt Street project, which, as you all know, was an innovative project under federal highways, was submitted to the American Concrete Paving Association Missouri chapter for an award in their special projects category, and we were awarded the award. That means the project actually will move on up to the national level and compete at that level as well. So I would like to present this plaque to Madam Mayor, and it is presented to the City of Mexico for high-quality engineering performed on East Holt Street.
Thank you. You want to see this?
Looks like it's
Looks like concrete.
Okay, thank you.
I want to see it. I tried. I have a picture of me with the hat.
Yes.
I think you went out there.
Take it.
The street does look good.
That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. That's awesome. Now for the public, do we have anyone from the public comments? If you do, please state your name and address for the record and keep comments to a maximum of 3 minutes. Seeing there is none, there are none. May I have
Adjourn.
Second.
Miller,
Yes.
Nichols,
Yes.
Briggs,
Yes.
Shivers.
Yes. Adjourned.